your host, Angel.
Hey guys, I'm your host, Paige,
And this is the Dear Little Me podcast.
Do you want to introduce the episode?
Yeah, so today's episode is going to be Valentine's Day themed because if you guys don't know, Valentine's Day is, when you're watching this, it'll be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're doing a Valentine's Day themed episode. We're both wearing the stuff from the Valentine's Day collection on lovaticwear.com. I'm wearing the Fuck It, I Miss You crew neck, and Paige is wearing a Love is Louder Than the Pressure to Be Perfect crew neck.
Yes.
They are available for pre-order, right?
Well, pre-order's closed, but a lot of people have been, there's still some available, but they're very limited, but people have been asking me if I'm going to restock specifically this one, so I may do pre-order again for it.
Yeah,
but.
so look out for that. If you don't follow Paige on Lovatic Wear, follow her
Zoom.
on Lovatic Wear on Instagram, and you will be notified whenever she decides to restock.
Yeah. Should we touch on the little snippet that Demi posted? Demi posted a snippet of another song.
Yes, are we gonna play it?
Sure. Demi laughing in the background.
So far from what we got gathered from that, it was a teenage dream. Something.
Just a fantasy.
Just a fantasy.
It was a teenage dream, just a fantasy. Is that what it is? Yeah. This is the shortest snippet that we've gotten.
It's like a headbanger. It's like, it was a teenage dream.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Just like all the other snippets we got. But like, let's drop some music. Is that a new post? Oh!
48 minutes ago.
Okay.
Swipe to see the whole
the
fit.
makeup.
Oh! I love the flame pants.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh my god, Demi's so hot. Okay, we're gonna show these pictures.
Demi just posted that like 40-something minutes ago.
So here's a selfie, and then here's the fit. Yeah,
wow. I
obsessed.
knew pictures were coming.
I liked it for you.
Thank you. I knew pictures were coming because Demi was with Angelo. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get some new content. Demi's hair is growing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't even see the spider tattoo.
No, and I think that's why Demi got the tattoo. Is like, when am I gonna have a shaved head again? Let's just get a tattoo.
Yeah.
You know, just to like commemorate the shaved head. So this is the episode of Love.
Yes.
Angel came up with the idea to do an episode where we go down the list, not in order because we don't have time to figure out exactly the timeline of Demi's lovers, and kind of just talk about our thoughts on the relationship, which also for me is kind of like weird to comment on because I'm the type of fan, like I feel like you're either invested in Demi's love life or you just don't really care. You just want what's best for Demi, and you assume like Demi knows what they're doing. So, and I'm kind of like that side where I just don't really follow Demi for their love life. I'm more into it for the music. So
yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. I mean, actually, like I do care about their love life though, because I want, like you said, what's best for them, and some of their lovers were a little bit questionable for their mental health. So I definitely am on like both sides, I guess, where I just want what's best for Demi, and I don't want to poke my nose in things where it's not my business, but I also do poke my nose in it because
respectfully, you know, like a healthy amount. You're not like making fan pages.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so no hate to anybody who's made fan pages, because some of my friends have, and you know, do what you want. We're not judging here, except for we're about to judge Demi's past exes. So let's get into it.
Okay.
We have some other honorable mentions that some of you may have forgotten or didn't even know that Demi dated. So here they are.
Yeah, so before we get into the important ones, we're going to do honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention is Cody Lindley, which Demi dated back in 2008. For those of you that don't know, Cody Lindley was on Hannah Montana.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they dated. Another honorable mention would be Luke Rockhold, which many of you know as Luke Cockhold. Another one is Bamba,
mm-hmm.
The MMA fighter that Demi dated for a little bit. Henry Levy, which is the blonde that they were seen with after rehab. And then Austin Wilson is the pink-haired guy that they were also seen with after rehab.
Yeah, I think he also had blonde at one point when they were together. So just the multi-haired guy. Yeah. So, I mean.
And now for the important ones.
Okay, so Joe Jonas is a famous one.
Yes. I think that was Demi's first. Was it Demi's first, or was one of the honorable mentions Demi's first?
One of the honorable mentions. First what? Kiss?
Relationship.
Oh, no. Definitely one of the honorable mentions. Oh, we forgot Trey Cyrus. Like,
oh yeah.
So Joe Jonas was like a little bit later after like Cody Lumley and I think Trey Cyrus. So Joe Jonas is one that I'm sure we all know. How did you feel about them dating? Do you remember that time when you were young? Do you remember them dating?
I was young. I do remember them dating only because like I was a fan of Camp Rock, obviously. And were they dating when Camp Rock was?
Camp Rock 2?
Was that after? Yeah, Camp Rock 2 they were dating.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember Demi saying that their first kiss was on camera. So maybe it was afterwards they started dating.
Yeah. So I remember seeing them on Camp Rock together and just thinking, like, I shipped them. I 100% was like, yes. Actually, I was with the Jonas Brothers. Nick was my favorite, which we'll get to. But so I wanted Demi and Nick to be together more over Demi and Joe.
Nemi shipper?
Yeah, I was full on Demi.
Yes.
But Demi and Joe were cute together. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked them together. I always wanted Nick and Demi to be a thing just because I really loved Nick Jonas, really loved Demi, thought they would be great together. But as far as Joe and Demi, we saw what they wanted us to see, and it was definitely like a PR relationship. I think Demi was more in than Joe was, because if you remember like the interview that came out, Joe was like, yeah, people liked us together, so that's why we were together.
They definitely did it for the public.
Yeah, and it was like right after Camp Rock, so that's like good publicity.
Yeah.
So, but if you go back and see interviews that they did together around the time like they were dating, rumored to be dating, or I don't know if they ever came out and said it, then it was cute. They were really cute together. And then Make a Wave.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yes, and Send It On.
Yeah, they were just like prancing around the beach and then singing with all the other Disney stars. It was cute. So.
Yeah, I think that they were definitely cute together, and I think it was not that it was Demi's first lover, but it was definitely one that like was Demi's first like real relationship. I feel like publicly.
I guess I don't think they ever came up, but there was candids of them kissing.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But it really always seemed like Demi was into it more so, and we know Demi was in love with Joe Jonas because Demi said that in one of their YouTube videos when they were going back looking at old like footage of themselves with Syra and Matthew, and they were like, oh, that's the moment that I fell in love with him, and so we know that Demi had strong feelings for him, but I just don't think it was the same, because then didn't they break up and Joe got with like Ashley Green?
Yeah.
And then there was like somebody held up a sign at one of the concerts like, we don't like vampires or something like that, because she was from Twilight. Yeah, the drama back then. Just so lighthearted. Now it's just too intense. I can't take it. We gotta go back. So yeah, Joe Jonas, he was, I don't know. I like them as friends too, so.
Yeah, I think that they were honestly better as friends, because like you said, Demi, I feel this is like a pattern with all of Demi's relationships. We might have touched on this a little bit in another episode, but Demi is always more into the relationship than the other person, it feels like. So I feel like Demi's past relationships, like they were all better as friends, because Demi's just always puts themselves really deep into the relationship.
Because Demi loves hard.
Yeah.
So, as if we know Demi, like, but just from what we've gathered from interviews and songs and such. But all right, so next on the list we have Nick Jonas. Can we do a disclaimer? We know that they weren't officially together.
Yes, we know that, but
let's not act like they didn't hook up during the Future Now tour.
Exactly, because they were together all the time.
Like, come on.
And Demi, we assume, wrote a whole song about Nick.
Ruin the friendship. Yeah.
No, I can't keep denying every minute I think of you.
Yeah, I always wanted them to be together. I just really thought they were cute together. But, I don't know. Now that's kind of changed, obviously. Nick has a child and is married, so... Yeah. Things change. But back then, oh my god. Future Now tour, that era
it was like my dream for them to be on tour together. Like they were,
I know,
because they were just my favorite like people.
Yeah, I remember seeing Nick came to the Neon Lights tour show that I went to in Connecticut. He came out and they sang Catch Me together, and I was like, oh my god, I think I have a clip. I did a vlog and I was like, oh my god, it's Nick fucking Jonas. So I was just like, I wasn't expecting that. It was so crazy just to, because at that time, 2014 was like the prime, I need Nemi to happen. So to see them perform, especially that song, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys should just fall in love with each other. But
literally.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. I'm definitely over that now. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm over it, but I
Oh.
know that it has to be.
Sorry, yeah, it's done. Just like there's a lot of people who still hold on to Jemmy, like obviously Joe and Demi, and are real, like they really think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just
what?
Delusional.
Yeah. We're not in denial about it. We know, so we're very in tune with the fact that it's never gonna happen. But here we got the next one.
Next one is Max. Max Ehrich.
Is it? I thought it was Ehrich.
Ehrich?
Is it Ehrich?
I thought it was Ehrich.
Does it matter? Who cares? He doesn't deserve his name to be pronounced correctly. Because, like, who are you? Just Demi's ex-fiance.
Demi's ex-fiance, for those of you that don't know. I assume you know if you're watching this podcast.
He's probably watching it.
He's probably watching. Yeah. Hey, Max. So...
How's it going? Have you taken any trips to the beach lately?
We all know that 15 Minutes is about Max, Demi's song off of their newest album, Dancing the Devil, The Art of Starting Over. Isn't that one of your favorite songs?
It is. Yeah, it's in my top 5. I just really I think the lyrics are so well written to be just enough shade. Like, we know who it's about. I don't know, I just think it was...
Crying in Malibu.
Yeah, it was just, it was so good. It's now you've got your 15 minutes, now you have 15 minutes to, get the hell out of here. It was great. It was so good. I thought it was the perfect song to tell us kind of the story without telling us the story directly, even though we all know what happened.
Yeah.
So, when you first found out that they were dating, what did you think?
That they were dating or engaged?
When they were dating.
Just dating. I
thought they were cute. I was Max is cute. He's definitely one of the more attractive exes.
Yeah, my first thought actually was, wow, they would make cute babies together. Because he's really cute. Like, you can't deny that.
Yeah, he's probably watching and blushing right now. He's probably like, okay, they saved themselves, redeemed themselves. Yeah, I thought the same thing, but then everything started coming out where the fandom is literally the FBI when it comes to...
Yeah, when it came to, because didn't he, stalk Selena Gomez or something?
Oh, yeah, and then every other celebrity commented on, and then Demi just happened to be the one to see the comment or just respond to his comments. I think it was probably just an emoji or so, who knows, but he was, that same day, he must have went and commented on a bunch of, female celebrities' posts.
Yeah. And
Demi was the one to get reeled in by the catfish. So, because on the outside, he's a really, attractive man, but, I mean,
he's
his personality... it's just weird.
Yeah.
So weird. You could tell he's very self-absorbed.
Yeah. Just by the live that he did after they broke up.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, we need to humble you now, Max, if you're watching. We know you are. You're attractive, but you have...
a sociopathic tendency.
It seems like it, or just, so narcissistic, full of himself. Self-absorbed, self-centered, all those words. So, but when they got engaged...
I was mad.
I was
pissed when they got engaged, because I was like, Demi, you are literally so... No, for not realizing all these signs, because literally, the fans were, spamming Demi with, all the facts about Max and, how horrible he was. And Demi was just ignoring it. And I was like, Demi, please, just see this.
I know, because then Demi was doing something. He was filming a movie.
Yeah.
What happened to that movie? I don't know. And then, did Demi break up with him over text or something?
Yeah.
But we don't really know. I guess that was it ever confirmed? I don't know. That's what I've heard. But, yeah, I don't know. Good for Demi for finally seeing the light, but too bad it was... I feel bad
after they were engaged and it was made
because...
public and all that, because that's to give the public another reason to make fun of Demi, oh, you had a failed engagement. Also went really fast. Weren't they only dating for 3 months?
Oh, I almost said 5. What was it, July they got engaged, or was it August? They started dating March.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys could tell us.
Some short period of time they were together before they got engaged, and it wasn't enough time for Demi to actually get to know Max, in my opinion, before.
Well, they were living together, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, during quarantine.
Yeah, because we were just talking about. Do you guys remember when Demi posted Max's reaction to watching Camp Rock for the first time? Yeah, he's an actor, right? Not a great one, but you've seen Camp Rock, dude. You are not fooling anybody. That was not your first time. Are you kidding me?
You're talking directly to Max right now.
Oh, yeah, I am. Because I know you're watching. I know for a fact that was not his first time watching Camp Rock.
Definitely not.
At Camp Rock 2, he's like, you guys lost? Like, you knew it. You knew. You were probably there while they were recording, watching from, like
watching from the trees.
Yeah.
Binocular.
Like, you were definitely, he was watching the premiere of it on Disney Channel that night. I know it. But, there's so much we could say about him. I don't really know exactly what he's doing now. I don't really care to know.
Yeah, me either. As long as he's not harassing Demi, that's all that matters.
I know. Because wasn't he asking fans to like his pictures in group chats?
Yeah, I remember that. Literally desperate as hell.
Like, that makes... That's just weird behavior. That's like an influencer trying to grow on Instagram and to get engagement. Like, dude, aren't you verified? Oh, no, I think he got verified after dating Demi.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so we had touched on this too, that he was tweeting not too long ago that him and Demi went to dinner or something and they like fixed everything or just were
even though they didn't.
Good terms. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I don't know. I'm just happy that Demi just saw the light and before it was too late. I mean, it wouldn't really be too late. Demi could have always just
broke it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any time. So, next up is...
Next, we have my personal favorite, which we will get to in a later segment, but it is Wilmer Valderrama.
He's your favorite?
Yeah, he's my favorite of Demi's exes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you not agree?
I didn't like him at all in the beginning. I thought it was really strange that Demi
the age
was
difference
so
is definitely
young. Yeah, because Demi was like 17 when they met, and he was like, oh, stay away, like, wait till you're 18.
Yeah.
And so...
At least he was respectful about it.
Yeah, but it's like, was he though? Like,
he was the one that said stay away.
That's what Demi says, but what if there was something going on beforehand?
You're right.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's sketchy.
To be interested in somebody who, like, there's nothing wrong with an age difference, but I feel like when you're of age, yeah, but Demi was just 17 and...
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually...
What, 27, right? Because there's 10 years?
12 years, I think.
12?
I think 12. Right?
So he was nearly 30.
Yeah, is it 12?
Going for a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
That's...
Not the best look for you, Wilmer. So, I don't know, but
he was my favorite because, one, they were together the longest. So I feel like they built such a great connection together. And two, because Demi was just so happy. Like, Demi was so happy with him. Like, you could just see in all of their pictures that they posted together. I mean, obviously we don't know what happened behind the scenes. They could have fought or something.
Well, if Tell Me You Love Me, the music video, was about their relationship, then there's definitely fighting.
Yeah.
Demi wanting to get married.
And him not. Which I think it was a slap in the face that Wilmer told Demi that he wasn't ready to get married, and then went ahead and got married.
And had a kid
so
quickly.
After they broke up, which that was shitty of him. But when they were together, he was my favorite because just of how happy he made Demi. Like, it was just very obvious how elated Demi always was when they were together.
Publicly, they seemed very happy and he treated her well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move my chair. So, yeah, I can't be mad about that, but, like, we really don't know what goes on behind closed doors because I've seen stuff where, we're watching stuff on YouTube where he was, like, abusive. I don't know what receipts that person has for that, but just, I don't know. It was weird. I did not like him in the beginning, though, I have to say. I really didn't. But over time, over, like, the 6 years they were together, I kind of grew to accept the fact, like, okay, they're probably gonna get married.
Yeah.
But didn't happen, Wilmer. Thanks.
Wilmer, if you're watching this.
Thanks for giving us a chance to be with Demi.
Yeah.
So, I don't really have too much to say about him besides the fact that I'm glad that Demi's not following him anymore. We touched on that in a previous episode. So, yeah, I think Demi finally closed that chapter in their life.
Although, even though that they did close that chapter, I don't think Demi will ever be over Wilmer.
Yeah, I feel like you always love your first love.
It wasn't their first, but, like, it was their first, like, longest, I guess.
Maybe it was Demi's first love. Although Demi's, like, had relationships in the past, like, I think back to who I was with in the past, like, in my first love, it wasn't who I was first with, so you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Just from the way Demi talks about Wilmer, or talked about Wilmer anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Wilmer.
Moving on.
We have Lauren or Kittens.
Yes, Lauren. Oh my gosh, I was really excited about Lauren when the pictures leaked of them in Disney when they were holding hands.
Yeah.
I was excited about that because obviously Demi had never been with a woman before that we know of. And the fandom went crazy.
It was a monumental moment.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were when you saw those pictures? Because I do. I feel like we all do.
Yeah, I was at home. It wasn't really that exciting.
I was on vacation. Well, not like a vacation, I guess. It was like a work thing with Josh, and I was in New Hampshire, just like in the hotel room. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was just so caught off guard.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that it was like a PR stunt because Demi's album was coming out. So to get people talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very short-lived.
It was, but a lot of it. I feel like half of the fandom is part of the LGBT community, so it was definitely exciting for all of us, being that Demi was publicly with a woman, and after seeing the documentary, the Dancing with the Devil one, Demi publicly said that they're too queer to date a man right now. So who knows? We might get some more Demi and another woman content.
Yeah, you never know. You never know with Demi. So that was, it was very short-lived. But I liked Lauren.
Yeah, there's still people on Twitter that are like shipping them.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I believe it.
Demi and Kittens.
Anyway,
moving on to our next segment, since we're done with Demi's lover. Wait, we didn't rank them.
Oh, okay.
So let's just do the important people.
Okay, so
for me, it would go Wilmer, Joe, Nick, Lauren,
and
Max. Max last. Yeah.
I think mine would be the same. I really do. As much as I don't like Wilmer, like I would pick Joe, but that also wasn't like sincere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it would be Wilmer would be first. Joe. Maybe Lauren. Nick. Even though Demi wasn't actually like dating Nick, but you know,
just a fantasy that we had.
And then Max. Those are my like top 5, I guess.
Yeah.
I would go with that.
Top 5 of Demi's dating. Even though Max would be at the bottom.
Okay, so our next little segment, do you want to
Yes,
I'm
going to introduce it. So we're going to be talking about if we believe in soulmates and love at first sight. I think that's a cute little topic for Valentine's Day because it's a huge debate, but like a lot of people talk about like whether or not soulmates are real or love at first sight is a real thing. Yeah. So what do you think?
Do I believe in love at first sight?
Yeah.
I've never experienced it, so I don't think so.
Oh, really? Not even with Josh?
No. God, I've known Josh since I was like 7.
Yeah.
So like I definitely, and he was like a bully to me at the time, so definitely not. And then when like we reconnected almost 6 years ago, no. It takes me a while. I think for me, I'm not like a nitpicker, but I notice I'm like such an observant person that I notice things I wish I didn't see, and then I'm like, ooh, that's like not like it's like necessarily not like a flaw, but like something that I'm like not used to, but then you grow to love it. So I just like tell myself, give it time. And there was like stuff with Josh, I was like, So yeah, I've never experienced love at first sight. I've seen people and been like attracted to them, but I've never thought like, ooh, I'm in love with you. Like we should get married. I've never experienced that.
For me, I'm the opposite. I do believe in love at first sight. Only because I don't know. I grew up like with all like the Disney movies, and it was always like the love at first sight with the princesses and the prince, whatever. But I always believed in it, even though I haven't experienced it myself. But I do believe in like if like when I meet the right person, I'm going to know like it'll be love at first sight. That's like truly what I believe. That like it'll. Like I haven't met the person yet, obviously, but when I do, I believe it will be love at first sight. Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. I'm just bitter.
Very optimistic.
I guess I'm just bitter in life. No, I'm happy with my relationship now, but I've never really.
What about soulmates? Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I do. I think so. I feel like you could have more than one soulmate, though. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there isn't just one soulmate on this earth for you. Like, you can have multiple in different ways. Your friend, like a friendship soulmate. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a big believer in friendship soulmates. Yeah, me too. I feel like sometimes I thought, like, in the past relationships that I've been in, I thought that they were my soulmate more so than, like, Josh. But, like, I'm happy with Josh. I love Josh, and I want to be with Josh. But it's different. Like, I feel like you can have multiple in your life. So.
Yeah, I don't believe that there is ever just one. Like, I feel like we're all put on this earth and we're all meant to be with someone. Like, that's like my firm belief in like what a soulmate is. But like you said, you can have multiple in your lifetime. Like, you're meant to be with certain people at certain times. I believe everything happens for a reason.
Me too.
So you're meant to be with whoever you're with at a certain time, even if it doesn't work out in the end. But they could be your soulmate in that moment, just not like your soulmate forever. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that. Totally agree. Are we moving on already?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Cruising right through.
So our next topic is we're going to be talking about some funny dating stories that we have that we can share with you guys.
I feel like I don't have too many. I haven't been with many people.
But like, what's like a funny moment that you remember?
Well, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. So mine is kind of rated R, so for those of you that are kids, please click off. But I have plenty of funny dating stories. So my first one is the one that I tell everyone because it's just my favorite. But like I said, rated R, warning now, click off if you're underage. So the first guy that I ever hooked up with, it was in his car, and very romantic.
Comfortable.
Yeah, it was in his car, and I remember so vividly, he took his thing out.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted to have sex with my kneecap.
I think you told me this.
I definitely did. But he put it like in between my knee pit, and he was like, "Does that feel good?" And I was like,
"What?"
And I was like, "No."
What an awkward thing. I would have jumped out of the car real fast.
No, I was so, in that moment, I was so scared of hurting his feelings, so I just sat there and I was like,
all right. Yeah,
this is what's happening.
You accepted what was happening, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my first one of many. So
I only can think of a few, or one. I'll have to think of like some like harder, but for me, like I remember when me and Josh were talking over text, and I was out at a bar, and I told him to come and meet me there. I didn't expect him to, and he was like, "Okay, I'll be there in like 15 minutes." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he got there, and I had seen him, like, he went to the bar, was getting a drink. Like, he didn't even come look for me, right? So, that's fine. So, I went over to him, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and he turned around, and he was like, "Hey, old friend," and gave me a hug. And it was so awkward, like, because I was like, oh, friend zoned, you know? And, yeah, so now to this day, I'll like, when I see him around the house, I'm just like, "Hey, old friend." And then also, too, I remember, like, we had connected on Tinder. I've known Josh since I was a kid. He was my neighbor, but we reconnected on Tinder. We were friends on Facebook, so at that point already, and connected on Tinder, and we were, like, texting on there, and he was like, "Hey, like, here's my number, text me." And I just really wasn't interested in a relationship. I had just finally gotten over, like, a 3-year back and forth with this person relationship, and I was like not wanting anything serious, and so I didn't respond. So he messaged me on Facebook and was like, "Hey," and I didn't answer him again, and I finally got back to him like a week later on Tinder, and I was like, "Sorry, I've been busy, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, I think I messaged you on Facebook." Just like, you think. So yeah, so then months after he had sent that, we were together at this point, we were living together, I responded to his "hey" like message on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, old friend, sorry for the late reply." Like, we were already together.
Like years later?
It was a while. Maybe like months or like to a year later.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing exciting about my life.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I guess. It's alright. Now, what other ones do you have? Because I don't think that tops what you just told.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. But another one that comes to mind is my first girlfriend. We had this. Okay, it was like an inside joke that we had. So whenever we first met each other, because it was a long distance relationship.
Is this Mallory? That's not her name, but that's
my name. That's the code name, I guess. But yes.
Okay.
So whenever we first met for the first time, like as friends, because she lived in another state than I did. So when we first met, she came to my house, and we were sitting on my bed, and I knew that she had a crush on me just by the way that like she would talk to me, and like just by the way that like she would look at me. Like, I feel like it was love at first sight for her. Not to like toot my own horn, but like, the way that like she looked at me, like I could tell, like it was like, "Are you in love with me?" But, so we were sitting on my bed, and I kid you not, this was the exact way this happened. It was when we first kissed. So she went, "Scoop, scoop."
Oh, no.
And then she leaned in to kiss me. But it was like an inside joke that we had. Like every single time we wanted to kiss, we would say scoot, scoot. Because we were sitting on the bed and that's literally how she scooted toward me. And just leaned in and kissed me.
Cute.
Yeah, it was more cute than funny.
Yeah.
But it was like an inside joke that we had every single time that we would kiss after that. I'd be like, scoot, scoot.
Scoot, scoot.
Yeah.
Maybe you should message her and be like, scoot, scoot.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Scoot, scoot.
I wonder if she would remember. Probably, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so moving right along, we're into our Dear Little Me segment already.
Oh, okay.
So for our Dear Little Me segment, we're going to be talking about, we kind of touched on this, but our favorite of Demi's past relationships and why.
Okay.
So who is your favorite?
I don't know. I don't like have a favorite. It's hard to choose because I liked Demi with Joe, but they were together for like a month. That's what Demi said.
Yeah.
But then Wilmer, I don't know. I wonder if anyone's getting pissed off about our opinions because I know that there's probably people who ship like Demi and Wilmer still.
Yeah, there's definitely some Dilmer shippers out there.
Oh yeah, Dilmer. I forgot that's what it was called.
Dilmer or Wemmy.
Oh my god, do you remember when Wemmy?
I don't know.
I've never heard that. Wemmy. Yeah, Dilmer. Do you remember when everyone made like a Dilmer fan page because Demi was noticing all the Dilmer edits and everyone made an Instagram just to get a Demi notice and probably posted once. It was like, I'm done with this. I don't really have a favorite. I'm just not very involved with like Demi's love life. Like I really don't know. I'm oblivious to a lot of things in life. Especially when it comes to like Demi, I'm just there for the music. It sounds like I'm like such a cupcake stan, but like really, I just don't. I don't know. If I had to choose, I'm gonna just, even though they weren't together, I'm gonna go with Nick because I really did like their friendship. Whether it be like for PR or whatever for that era of the Future Now tour, I thought it was genuine. I liked that I just feel like that after Demi was with Joe, there was like no way they could have ever been together because that's just awkward.
Yeah.
Like I think they were actually like they were together for maybe like a night. You know, you're only brave in the moonlight.
Yeah.
But I don't. That would have never have gone anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Can you imagine if like they were dating
and they had kids?
And they had
Oh my god, I would love that. Yeah. Well, back then, yeah. I think Nick is fine where he is.
With Priyanka.
Yeah. And their baby.
Yeah.
So.
For me, I said this already, but it's Wilmer. Just because of how happy he made Demi. At least in the public, like we said, we don't know what happened behind closed doors, but like on Instagram and like whenever they were seen together, it was just Demi was always so smiley and laughy, and they were just so cute together. Like I miss it. And Wilmer was cute. Like he wasn't bad looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my favorite, just for shits and gigs, was Max because he gave us a great song. He gave us a lot of laughs when he went live crying. And
the realization that Demi didn't want to really be with a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it was a great moment. Thank you, Max, for making them realize how gay they were.
Actually, we might like your pictures on Instagram now.
Yeah.
Might join those support groups that you have going on. But highs and lows.
Yes, so our last segment, as we do every week, is highs and lows. So Paige, do you want to start off?
Low. We start with our lows first.
Yeah.
Low is you have to leave soon. And high is the fact that you're here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was easy for me this week. Thanks for making it easy by coming here. Yeah. Thanks.
My low for this week,
that's good.
Yeah, I usually have a low, guys.
You can always skip it if you want.
I'm trying to think. I don't like skipping it because it's our segment.
I know, I skip it though. You're probably like, this bitch. It's so annoying. He always has to sit there and think about it. It's always the same thing. You had a rough week. We get it, Paige. You're like, sucks.
No, but my low would probably, I feel like I say this like at least every other week, but just my body image has been so shitty lately. Like
I sound like you said so shitty.
So shitty.
You just probably heard that. Light in the mood.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like the way my clothes fit. I don't like the way that I don't know, like I look in the mirror and I'm like, ew. But yeah, that's my low. And my high is definitely being here with you and being able to film the podcast in person. That's always fun. Like being able to actually say, and this is a Deal With Me podcast instead of having to switch off.
I know. Every time, fun fact, before we start the podcast, we're always like, whose turn is it to say, and this is the Dear Little Me podcast.
Yeah.
So
if you guys haven't realized, picked up on that.
Yeah, it's literally probably just us, but every episode we alternate between who says it.
Yeah.
But we could stay together when we're together.
Yeah, so which is fun. And also having the photo shoot, because I like having photo shoots because I'm self-centered. No, but I really do like having photo shoots and taking pictures, even though I just said I hate myself. So it contradicts each other.
I mean, it, like, balance, you know?
Yeah, I like a good balance in my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna take more photos. I'm gonna be modeling the fucking I Miss You sweatshirt more. So, yeah.
All right.
So that's it for today's episode, and we hope to see you guys next week for your weekly dose of Demi.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm sorry that it took so long, but baby, you're free.